I was a little bitty boy. My grandmother bought me a cute little toy.
Who does it? Stars do it. I rear-ended a lady. I rear-ended her car. Ma'am, I'm sorry that I did hit your car, but I'm insured. I got cracked. And well, this is Duncan Lee with the Dunk Tank here at Drinkinaz, and we have some wonderful folks here. We've George.
Hey, how's it going?
We have the beers.
How are you?
And a special guest, Becky Smeraldo. And hi, how you doing? And she is with Bunz and Breadz. So she's going to be our special guest tonight and talk a little bit about what she has going on, her current projects, and later on, we'll come talk about opportunities for other brewers out there and what the future holds for your buns. So.
Oh, here we go.
So many jokes.
No, seriously.
My buns are tight.
Dun-dun-dun. No, but so first and foremost, we met you the other day. Super excited. You were in talking to Greg, and you said, "Hey, I use spent grains to make bread," and that whole George and I have had this conversation a lot about what can you really do with spent grains, because then there's the legislation and there's just so many different options. But your option is just very cool. So, but first and foremost, what's a little bit about your history?
Well, I've been a baker since here in Arizona since 1993. Before that, in Long Island, and sourdough was a big thing here in Arizona, especially being from the East Coast coming out here.
Did they not do sourdough in Long Island?
No. They might have it now, but
San Francisco.
Yes.
That's where it's from.
Yeah. Big. In fact, the starter we had in 1993 was from Monterey, California. So the sourdough, and then we started making ciabatta, which was very new to the valley. So I would have to say the regular French subs and sourdough was the biggest hit back in the 90s, early. And then all of a sudden, pretzels appeared, pretzel buns everywhere, and that's one of the biggest sellers, and it really goes with the breweries, with what they're doing with hamburgers in the breweries. So, and we all know that's pretty big now.
Now you're a past bagel lady, so what's up with that?
Well, they always say the secret's water. It's not water; it's the way you boil the bagel.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I didn't realize this until maybe a few years ago, that bagels are boiled.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know bagels are boiled?
No,
Duncan?
I burn my bagels sometimes.
Oh, they boil them when they make them.
You have to boil them before
you boil them and then bake them?
Yes.
Okay.
You boil them in a big kettle. So when people from back east say it's the water, it's not the actual water. It's boiling the bagels. That's what gives it the bubbles, the taste, the density, and it's almost the same recipe as a pretzel bun. It has malt in it, like a pretzel, so it's much more flavorful than just a regular sub.
Do you still make bagels?
Yeah, we do. We make them for the golf resorts and the Chandler high schools. We do the Chandler high schools. We do the bread for them.
We need to come tour your facility.
Oh, very cool.
It's here in Tempe, right?
It's right around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do you have a storefront, or do you just do accounts?
Just wholesale.
Okay.
Yes.
But you here, and you met your husband, and he had a passion for baking as well. So
yeah, he came from Naples, Italy. He did a bakery here in the early 80s, and then moved to California, and then came back here because it was way more successful here with the bread. Restaurants like the Schmark California Pizza Kitchen, and even Price Club at the time, which is Costco. And that's just around the time I met him in 1992. And then I joined him. That was it. Just picked up a spaghetti factory and all the good restaurants in the valley. Now there's way more restaurants.
So you made a lot of bread making bread.
Lots of bread. You can't go hungry when you're making bread.
Oh, that's very cool. And then so when we met you, you were talking about you're working with Wilderness. So can you give us some input on that?
Sure. Well, Wes, the head chef over there, he would come in. I did have my plant in Chandler for 2.5 years, and Gilbert was only the Arizona Wilderness was about 2 miles down the street. He would come in, and I was so busy with other restaurants that he kept saying, "Please, can you try something with our spent and our beer wort?" And I said, "Sure, sure." And I experimented. It was tough. It changed the whole between our yeast, our malt, and salt. It was just too strong. So we just kept cutting back, got rid of the salt. It just cut back on the malt, and we added a few more secret ingredients for them.
So with spent grain, what challenges spent grain bring to the table for making bread?
We have
What is spent grain from your perspective as a bread maker? What does it do?
Well, spent grain, which it's really the leftover. And you can do anything, dog biscuits, muffins, anything with it. It's actually leftover. They give it away. So that's why when he came to me, we had grinded before, but it's so rough that we were like, oh no, it's like almost like rosemary, like splintered. So we grind it. It looks like a dark wheat flour.
So you grind it?
Grind
to
it.
this day, you still grind it?
Yep.
Okay.
And we mix it in with the flour. The batches for them are totally separate than what we make for other companies like Rehab Burger, Cold Beers, The Perch. Theirs is a whole separate because of their flavor is different because of their spent their beer wort.
You work with The Perch too?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, since
Andrew
they opened.
Bowman.
Yes, since they opened. Yeah.
Very good. And you make the pretzel buns?
The pretzel buns. Tomorrow they're having specials.
Let's take a look at those, George.
They're getting pretzel hot dog buns. We call their breads called pretzel beer buns and pretzel. And they also buy a bun.
It's got some weight to it.
I know, they're heavy. Dense.
Do you get a denser product with spent grains?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Denser, and the lye. What makes it a pretzel is we use real food grade lye, like they do in Germany.
Lye.
Lye. And
well, I guess I don't know anything about baking because lye is part of making pretzels.
That's exactly where the pretzel flavor comes from.
No kidding.
Right.
I thought lie's poisonous.
I thought it was something like a.
Well, it's weird how lye shows up in food because it's a poisonous thing on its own.
Right.
But in they use it to hominy, and.
Well, it's a food grade lye.
Okay.
But they still have to wear gloves, goggles, and masks. And
really?
Yeah. So of course, it's in hot water with a little lye, fresh every day.
Does it go just on the outside?
Yeah, it's dipped in. Yep.
And that causes it to cook differently?
It's acid.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's where you get that look, that dark look, and the flavor.
I did not know.
I learned something today.
Yeah. Awesome.
Wow.
But you've got a lot of different bread here, so what are all the different breads that you produce?
Well, we make a lot of sourdough. We do sourdough for Spaghetti Factory and Blue Water Grill. One of the markets in the valley, Superstition Ranch Market.
Sourdough. This one? Yep.
Oh,
Let's take a look at it. Yeah, I'm really excited about this, so I got to tell you, because I get some bologna because that's what, I'm cheap, and I'm poor. So, I can see some, good bologna. That will definitely be good. And
you grill the bologna.
That's what she said.
Or even like a grilled cheese.
Grilled bologna cheese.
Oh,
sandwich.
it's for paninis.
Yeah.
It's very popular.
yeah.
Paninis. Yeah. Actually,
Feel the
for
weight on
the
that one.
restaurants, an inch thick, so you can have a panini and not have a flat sandwich.
And good bread, right? Good bread is so important.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah. I used to own a sandwich shop. I owned a Blimpie, and we had the panini press and everything, and it's all about the bread.
I'm learning all sorts of stuff today.
Yeah.
We actually do have bread for bashes, the sourdough.
Do you really?
They got rid of their program in December. They were making it themselves. They tried my sourdough, and now we're in 75 bashes in the valley. They get it par baked and bake it off.
That's a big deal.
You're a pretty famous, kind of big time deal. Wow.
Wow.
All right. Well, we're going to learn more about this and go to commercial, and we will be right back.
Phoenix Brewing Supply is an online retailer based in the Phoenix metro area. This online shop is geared up to give the home brewer competitive prices on a wide selection of all of your home brewing needs. Phoenix Brewing Supply provides quick access to a variety of hops, yeast, additives, and adjuncts, spiral fermenters, 5-star chemicals, chillers, draft equipment, plumbing, and hardware are all products you can find at the click of a button. When you can get most orders shipped within one business day, why go anywhere else? Log on to phoenixbrewingsupply.com today and receive 10% off of your first order when you register online. Phoenix Brewing Supply. What are you brewing today?
And welcome back. This is Dunk from the Dunk Tank, and we're talking to Becky with Bunz and Breadz, and of course the crew here. So guys, I don't know, are you getting hungry? I mean,
Yeah.
all this good. All we need, I swear,
We're socially acceptable. I probably have to start munching now.
all we need is some good, like some deli meat, some mustard, maybe some tomato,
Bologna. In your
bologna.
case. Yeah.
Well,
Some peanut butter.
yeah.
My favorite sandwich in the world is a grilled cheese, bacon, and tomato sandwich.
Now one of my favorite sandwiches is bacon, peanut butter, a little bit of mayonnaise on toast. You're good to go. Crazy sandwich.
You know, my dad is peanut butter mayonnaise. It's like his favorite sandwich.
Really?
To this day, I think he's
Tell him to throw some bacon in there.
I'll mention that to him. So he's watching his cholesterol, so it might be a hard sell, but
Right.
I'll
I'm jealous, Ken, because today I literally was running late from the house, okay? So imagine this Walmart bag. Some high class. Like a Walmart bag. And I threw in, like, I had a package of 4 hot dog buns, some chunky peanut butter, a knife, and some, like, Jell-O packets. And that was lunch.
And Jell-O?
So, yeah. So I literally...
Becky just threw up in her mouth a little bit.
not on the sandwich.
No,
okay.
But so literally today I'm like, this is the worst hot dog I've ever had in my life. So I'm munching on these butter saying, "Kill me now." So that's okay, because at least I got some good country crock at home, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I may have a reason to live. It's hard to say. It's okay. It's okay. For a little while longer. That's all I have to do. So, what about the future? Because obviously you service so much of the community as it is. I mean, you must be this crazy busy all the time.
How many employees do you have?
There are 25 bakers.
Holy
We
cow.
have 2 different shifts.
Look at you.
And most of it's at night because the restaurants are busy for lunch and dinner. So the calls come in the late afternoon saying how much bread they need. So, yeah, we're pretty busy. And then the drivers come in. Well, the packers come in and pack it, and the drivers come in and deliver it fresh.
Okay.
Every day except for Sunday.
And then, so you're out going to the different places.
Yes, we're going to Peoria, Mesa, Chandler. We have Humble Pies, the living room, and Chop, and we're in the Troon Golf.
Wow.
So it must be so much easier for you, though, because you're everywhere. People just have to know who you are naturally, right? Or
Well, being around since '93 and knowing the quality, even when new restaurants open up, there's another new restaurant opening up next month called it's right on Thomas. It's Arizona. Trying to think what the anyway, it's actually going to be like a brewery, and they heard of me and they already got samples and they're ready to start. They're going to open August 25th.
It's Scottsdale Beer Company.
Arizona Games, something like that.
Oh,
Arizona,
okay.
Yeah. Wild Games. Yeah.
well, there's so many of them opening up
Yeah.
right now.
I say it's hard to keep,
And that's what
keep
happens.
track now.
Yeah, new places are opening up all the time. So as soon as I find out a new place opens up, or they find out about me, I go bring them samples and know what the start date is and see if they want something different. like I said, the breweries, if they want us to use their spent, it's going to be very exclusive for them.
So so basically, the spent grain is brought to you in a
It's
sack.
no, it's in a bucket. It's the wort is in a bucket and the spent is in a bucket, and every 2 weeks we pick it up from Arizona Wilderness.
I was going to ask how much of the product picking up. I mean, is it one bucket or is it like a series of a dozen?
No, it does last a long time. We don't use tons of it, even though they buy about 40 dozen per day, Monday through Friday, and on Saturdays they buy about 80 to 100 dozen.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll start doing some backwards math there.
They're doing some business there.
Yeah. Good for them.
So then it's
The big farming grain from Arizona Wilderness.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way that you're using it all.
No.
Yeah.
No, but
so then if George and I were to say own a brewery restaurant, would you just cause imagine me as a business partner? Oh, you'd like it. But just think though, if we're a business, can you have just help me out? Different grains, spent grains.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Flavors.
You got all these really chocolatey, malty, dark grains. Could you do that and make a different bread than maybe, say, a pale ale or a Hefeweizen that
Sure.
would be a lighter grain?
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And what Arizona Wilderness is giving us is all their spent. I mean, you know what spent looks like.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy looking.
Yeah.
So they're getting a mixture of all their different flavors.
Do you separate it out though? Like, do they tell you what kind of grains?
No, they don't. We get a big bucket full of grains and we just grind it and mix it in with the flour.
Would it make your product any better if you knew what kind? So
I don't know if it would make it better, but it could be like you said, like going in but that would be.
Is there any advantage to spent grains? Like, have you thought about incorporating that into your bagels or not bagels, but into other things?
I think the grains itself, there probably is some beneficial being healthier, like a whole, like it's barley.
It's
and
fiber.
It's fiber, exactly.
Yeah.
But it really does give it flavor. We're not using any extra salt because it already is salty, and it just gives the.
A lot of the protein and stuff has already been extracted from it. I'm assuming.
Right.
So it's
Right.
you'd have to use more of it.
Well, you're getting protein from the
Oh, that's right,
yeah,
yeah.
the flour.
So
We're not gluten free.
Okay.
Huh. So then there are opportunities to maybe even pair, right? I'm thinking food pairing. So we own a restaurant and we're serving this type of beer. Then we serve a sandwich that has the grains from that beer.
Right.
So the bread and that food or that sandwich is matching that beer that they're drinking.
Yeah, I don't know how that
Or
would translate over into
crisscrossing or-
flavor. I think if you could do like it would be interesting, and if you could just hold your mic a little closer there.
Close.
Yeah. If you did like a Russian Imperial buns, Russian Imperial bread, maybe Russian Imperial pumpernickel or something like that.
A name.
Because you have that chocolately spent grains from that particular beer, then you could pair it to the certain type of bread that you're making.
That's exactly what it's like with what we're doing for them.
Has anyone spent your pizza?
No.
I've
Ooh.
seen that online before.
I'm just thinking. I mean, that's like beer and pizza go together. I'm thinking.
Oh, that's why we should bring this up to McFate.
Yeah. There we
Yeah.
go.
Another friend
It's
of the
my
show
idea,
from
by
before.
the way. I'm going to
Yeah.
say right now, beer out of it right now.
That's right.
I'm going to be
So
working
no
the
royalty.
kickbacks here. I'm going to be talking to
Yeah.
these breweries out here and seeing if we can incorporate your air sprint grains into your bread and hooking me up with some bread.
Sure.
That's a bread.
So
What is this one here?
That one's
Oh, yeah, what
actually
is
the
that?
sourdough. And there's a wheat bread over there on the other.
That's the wheat.
That one's a
Oh.
white.
Oh, wait, the wheat's over there.
And then the
over
wheat.
on the other table.
Mhm.
Oh, wheat over there, white here,
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're
and
spread
then
out.
egg
And then we have an
rolls.
egg roll. Mhm.
And this is sourdough.
That's a sourdough.
And this is the pretzel
The
from
pretzel. We do
Arizona
that in
Wilderness?
sliders and
Okay, awesome.
twists.
So then,
do you
if
have-
there's going to be... Lord, he just killed me.
Flying bread.
And we do make pumpernickels, so that's a very good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I did not play football in high school. I don't catch. I don't throw. I don't make things. I don't even sell things.
What do you do, man?
I just talk to people and I'm nice and I get paid. So
And free bread.
from bread being hurled at
I was
me.
gonna say this is not like getting hit with like a wolf of Wonder Bread either. This has got some density to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's what amazes me. This is not like the white bread that I had in grade school. This is, yeah. I mean, this is.
I know.
Well, it's quality bread. She gave
Yeah.
us some samples a couple weeks
It's
ago
invented-
and brought it home. And first of all, my daughter it was sourdough, and my daughter was like, "That's why I didn't like it with my peanut butter and jelly." But
So what kind of opportunities, if people want to get a hold of you, are you open to them coming out and meeting you? And,
Oh,
I mean,
anybody's welcome to come and have a tour. They would be very impressed. We do NSF audits, so we are, because we're in the Bashes and probably going back into Costco. That's a food safety audit.
wow, Costco.
Mhm.
Look
I
at
thought
you.
that was non-sufficient funds. Hey, don't hate. Don't judge what happens to my
It's
bank
the
account,
national food
girlfriend.
safety.
I'm just saying. Don't hate. Okay. No. And then what about contact? People want to get a hold of you. How can they do that?
You can call me, my phone, at 480-390-6129.
Can't see.
And we also have a website, Breadz, it's Bunz, B-U-N-Z, and Breadz.com.
Who's this phantom guest that we don't have?
I actually moved from the Chandler plant. I needed something bigger and automated. And Brenda already has a bakery called 4Bs, and it's automated, and she works action inside of her plant here in Tempe.
So do you have 3 other bees that you have to deal with?
Yes.
So there's 5 bees now?
It's a lot of these.
All right. Well, that must
Wow.
be our cue that our time is up. So thank you very much. Definitely appreciate that.
Me too,
And
thank you.
all right, guys. This is Dunk Tank, and have a great night.
Later.
Woo!